Great Spirit, we call to you today and we ask for your guidance and an energy snapshot of the viewer, their surrounding energies, any guidance that you may have for the collective of Christ consciousness and ascended beings and earth angels, star seeds that have arrived on this planet to assist Mother Gaia in her ascension. We call to all aspects of you. We call to the sustainer, the liberator, the enlightener, the infinite, the destroyer, the creator, the nameless and the desireless one, Om Itaquias, and the boundless, formless one who exists within each and every single one of us. I surrender this vessel to you now, Great Spirit, that you may bring any guidance that you deem fit to see through in this reading here today. Om Itaquias, and Om Itaquias, and Om Itaquias, and Om Itaquias, and okay. See what we got here, y'all. I have no idea what's around today. I'm super curious to see what comes up today. All right. What you got here, Spirit? You got any energy? Oh, I'm not taking that. That didn't feel right. Could you give me the energy, please, Great Spirit, of the viewer here? The surrounding energy, that's the baseline energy surrounding. That's it right there. Queen of Wands, okay. Centered there. We'll get the spread and then we'll jump into it. See if there's any clarifications needed. Can I get the East, Great Spirit? Energy of new beginnings, rising sun. Ooh, we got two that jumped out. I'm gonna take them both. Interesting. Super interesting. Okay, we got the Star and Seven of Wands. I like that energy for the East there, to be honest. And let's see what we got. Southwise, Amaru, Sachamama, Mothers of Water. Do you have any energy surrounding? That's the shedding of skins and our familial ties. There was a card that wanted to jump out, but it got lost. I'm taking it. Two of Wands. Excuse me, Two of Swords. It's a feisty card. It keeps jumping out of my hands. Supercharged with energy. Very interesting. What do we got for the West, Great Spirit? Om Namah Shivaya. Okay, so that's the one I saw jump. Queen of Cups. Okay, I'll take it. For the West. It's lovely energy for the West. And do we got anything for the North? Completion cycles. It's too many, Great Spirit. A little couple less, that's too much. You got anything for the North? Completion, finality, death. God, that's hilarious. Wow. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and get above, below, and within, and then we're gonna go from there and see if I want to clarify anything. Above, I'm gonna use the Starseed Oracle, see what we got from the star families. If there's any guidance, any energy that's surrounding us that needs to be looked at, that's requesting just some presence, maybe some understanding that we might be missing. Okay. Deep cellular healing, Arcturus energy, physical and emotional healing. Super aligned with the energy that I have felt around in the collective. So I think that's beautiful. Deep cellular healing that's going on right now. We'll get into that one more. And for below, no, not those. You want me to use those? Okay. I'm gonna take two. What do I got for below? Mountain lion. Okay. Mountain lion. And what else we got? I know there was one that was wanting to come up from here. Free from judgment, free to love. Those are below. Okay. What do we got from within, Great Spirit? I'll take it. Oh my gosh. Huye is from within. I haven't read this card, but I was told when I pulled it for a reading that it was supposed to be read. That was the time that I was supposed to read it, so I will read it at the end of this if you'd like to stick around to that point. These are really long ones, but I'm going to interpret what I feel from it, and then we're going to go from there. But that's what we got, the energy from within right now. Okay. Oh. Oh. Ow. So the energy that I'm getting right now from the Queen of Wands is that you are in your very much so your expression of your magic, and that you have stepped into trusting yourself and your ability to interface with spirit and to wield your magic in a way that is beneficial and in a way that you're quite sovereign and steady and sure in your energy. And it immediately draws me to the sunflower that's on the card, and that's kind of the energy that I'm receiving from this right now. Is it's very much of like a sunny, like a happy, almost like an outdoorsy, beautiful day energy, but like with the magic and the ability to wield your intentions in a very powerful way. So I think that that's beautiful. That's kind of like the baseline of where we're at and where your energy is right now. And then as we move into the east, the kind of guidance and the energy that's surrounding you in the new beginnings. And what I'm getting out of this is to stand the fuck up for what you believe in. And that this is like all of these wands down here are like people that are kind of like messing with you, like wanting to throw their 2 cents in about you and your life. And it's like, you are standing up here above everybody else. You have been elevated by your connection with the Most High God, with Great Spirit, with the Great Mystery, and through the learning to accept and wield your own personal magic has put you on this elevated vantage point. But it's almost as though you're having to fight off some of these energies that are surrounding you and protect yourself. And through that protection is what is leading you to embodying the star energy and really letting yourself shine, allowing yourself to radiate in the beauty and the truth and the goodness and the grace of who you truly are, unapologetically. And that's a beautiful thing. And the energy that we're getting from the south here is almost like a blindfolded energy, not knowing which way to go, not knowing which way to look. And the intuitive guidance that I'm receiving is this is something to do with your inner childhood, or maybe some traumas or memories or something that is unclear to you at this point. And Spirit is asking that you go deeply within yourself and really reflect and give yourself time to understand what it is that is causing you the confusion. And I think that that's going to be a super integral part from that deep dive, understanding what's causing us this illusions. And it could be stuff connected to family, to inner childhood. Those kind of energies are really surrounding this right now. But through understanding that, through doing a deep dive within ourselves with that, and allowing ourselves to shed old layers and to basically be reborn anew, brand new, is going to allow us to understand that this isn't who we are, and like the past and the things that created us, it's not like that is our sentence. It was a learning lesson, or it was a opportunity to understand ourselves more deeply. And Spirit wants you to know that whatever it is, like whatever you've been through, the trauma, the difficulties, whatever it is that your consciousness has been veiling or keeping hidden from you, it wasn't for no reason. And Spirit wants you to know that, through your understanding that all of this has a purpose is what is allowing you to see through these illusions, and to understand that even the hardest times in your life have helped you to become the beautiful person that stands before you in the mirror today. And that Spirit wants you to know that you are a reflection of the Most High God, and that you are an embodiment of the divine, of the sacred, of the energy that is existing within, through, and as all things. It is not separate from you. And that this journey was an integral part of you being able to find your way back home. And that this energy, whatever it is that you've been through, was not in vain, and it helped you to hold grace and to understand the trauma and the pain and the hardships of others, and to be able to help them and assist them and walk them through these dark periods in their own lives as well, in their own awareness. So I think that that's beautiful, and through that is what is leading you to this maturing process into this Queen of Cups. And what I'm getting from this is just like supreme emotional intelligence, like really deeply understanding your emotions, understanding the emotions of those around you, and being able to assist energetically, even if it's not applying like conscious interaction and like, hey, this and this, it's like your energy itself is the emotional intelligence, and it's like your energy works in a sort of like co-creation with others and helps to assist them to regulate their own energy just by coming into contact with you. But that is also a very important thing to understand in keeping up and maintaining strong boundaries. And that's not to say like to like keep people out. Spirit wants you to allow people in, but wants you to be quite discerning, because your energy is so healing, and it is such a high octave of emotional intelligence and of energy in motion. It's your energy understands where to go, what to do. That's literally what emotion is, energy in motion. So that energy that is not necessarily just connected to your physical body, but the energy that is what you are made of, is extremely present and intelligent. And Spirit just wants you to have an understanding of that, and to treat it with the respect and the adoration and the protection that it deserves. And then we have culmination in the north with the conclusion cycles and death, which is what the north is. It's the place where the ancestors go. It's the place of the ancestors. And what I'm getting from this is that an old version of you, it is no more. That this is the period of that passing process. And what it's really bringing me back to is kind of a death of this energy, of the confusion, and a death of an old cycle of being, and an old cycle of embodiment. And I think through the death of this energy here, through that confusion, and through providing clarity, through an understanding of your energy here, is what is leading you to this deep cellular healing, and through this regeneration process. It's really quite literally like the phoenix rising from the ashes. You burned down within yourself all that you had been and all that was holding you back, and you used that to provide and nutrients and to imbue the soil that you were sprouting from with this nutrient dense material that allowed you to grow from it. It's you took the difficulties and the confusion and the death of that energy, and you allowed it to like create sort of a mulch for the new ground that your garden, and for your new flowers and your new growth and everything that is going to be coming up from you at this point. And what do we have here below? Mount Lion and free from judgment, free to love. It's funny, from this, this is not at all like what I would normally say, but I'm just getting kind of a spicy energy, and that this is kind of how it's been within your own heart to a certain extent with certain people. Like fangs out, claws out, like mad cat, you know? And the guidance that I'm getting from below is to really allow that to die within you. Allow yourself to, like in the heart of Christ, like turn the other cheek almost. Whatever has happened, please do it again. You know what I mean? Like, for all the negativity in your life, just being supremely present with grace and resting in the place that is beyond just the material world, resting in the kingdom, where the material things are irrelevant, and reminding yourself that these others are quite literally you in another body. And to judge these other aspects of yourself is to judge yourself. It's basically casting judgments on the Most High God, which is one and the same as you. And it's just all of these different vantage points that the beloved uses to look at itself. So Spirit is really asking that you allow others the grace and the space to have their own perspectives, their own journeys, their own shortcomings, as we all have had and have. But that is what makes us beautiful. And it is not a barricade or a blockage to us still being whole. White tiger energy. From what I see in this, the tiger looks like it's looking behind it. And I think that that's what this is, this period right now. It's just the final glance back at everything that has been, at all that it took for you to get to this point. And it's like you're on the edge of the bridge looking back across the Grand Canyon that you had just crossed, and you're about to step onto the other side, onto solid ground, onto solid land again, into the new full embodied life that you have been working and building and manifesting and in co-creation with Spirit, with God. And Spirit really wants you to extend gratitude and grace and love and care and compassion to every single version of you that got you here. Like, they're not something that you're leaving behind. They are what made you. They are within you. They are what you have been built up upon. They are your foundation. You know, even some dream version of yourself. Like, you did everything right, it's perfect, you're living your dream with whatever it is for you. You know, it could be wife and kids, it could be have your private island, it could be travel, and it could, whatever it is for you, family. That version is just as worthy as your worst day, as the parts of you that have not received love, that have not received your care and compassion and kindness. And I think it's important to understand that we often shower the parts of ourselves that we like with love. And Spirit is really requesting that you take a good hard look at all of your shadows, at all of the dark parts of yourself, at all of the parts of yourself that you have tried to hide and lock away in some drawers and throw away the key. Take all of these parts of you out and give them a big fucking hug and tell them that you love them and you're thankful for everything that you've been through to get you to this point, because you wouldn't be here without them. And I like to think of like these broken parts of it and like these parts of ourselves that were traumatized and went through all of this, but it's like they are the bravest parts of your soul that were able to hold this pain for you until you were ready to address it and to feel it and to look at it and to hold it lovingly. Yeah, that was great energy. I'm gonna read that card just to give you a send off, but if that's it for you, family, if you head out before I read it, and it's all love, all my love, family, always and always, and my prayers and my blessings and my love and my light and everything that you need and anything that you need, headed your way. And we'll see what we got here with the card. It says, you are doing better. You have traveled further and are getting closer than you realize. You may not have seen evidence of it. Your steady application of will and intention is coalescing into a liberating potency. You shall have your sacred outcome, but you must submit to the greater wisdom of universal cycles and divine timing. You do not need to react or rush. Keep your mind open and relax into the process. There's no need to tire yourself with rumination on what has been or what may come. Spiritual thoughts and compulsive behaviors can yoke the mind to stultifying rigidity, yet you are gestating a new consciousness, strong enough to liberate yourself into softer, more spontaneous and expansive presence. Give your inner work time to take shape and gather sufficient spiritual strength, at which point you will leap and reap the reward, freed into new activity and accomplishing your soul's task at the opportune moment. In Taoist philosophy, the tiger is revered as sacred medicinal animal. Hu Ye, or Hu Yi, translate to Lord Tiger. He is a divine masculine tiger spirit guardian found in the numerous Taoist shrines. Hu Ye is associated with protection, war, and strategy. Particularly, power associated with a divine warrior is the ability to conquer enemies. This is considered important in Eastern spiritual traditions, where the possibility of another's energy enhancing or sabotaging one's spiritual progress. Happiness and well-being has long been recognized. Protection from the potential negative effects of jealousy, gossip, and ill will is part of the divine masculine intelligence that allows the soul to discern what needs to be acknowledged, but not necessarily invited into the body and mind. All beings that suffer will tend to act out and project their pain onto others or on the world in general until their spiritual capacity evolves to bear the process of bringing that pain into personal consciousness and owning it, and then healing and outgrowing it. This is a natural part of the soul journey of humans, an essential step towards understanding and working with the creative power of the mind. To attempt to prevent this is neither possible nor actually beneficial in the long term. What can be accomplished, however, is the sacred refusal based on discernment. You can respect the right of all beings to live their reality, which is completely understandably to them, based on their experience. You can also respect your right to do the same. This is a liberating permission in such an awareness. It is the permission to be yourself without fear of what another may have to say about it. This is a remarkable gift of divine masculine energy. In spiritual understanding, the real potential enemy is recognized as dwelling within. Mastery is not about controlling another being. To vanquish the enemy may seem like it is about controlling external circumstances, but the spiritual method for mastery is to become more skillful at managing one's own energy as a necessity to accomplish the task of living well and fulfilling one's potential, trying to change the world, shaping it into one's personal vision of heaven is rather a different prospect to seeking to master oneself in order to become strong enough to surrender into higher wisdom, serving the greater good of all beings. Shamanic and Taoist grandmother goddess Zhiwang-mu is often depicted with tiger claws and associated with the white tiger. Zhiwang-mu is a guardian over destructive energies, rare and precious wisdom that is hard-won, long life and immortality, magical shamanic practice, and feminine power and authority. She is the shamanic mediatrix between the worlds of humans, spirits, and animals, residing in the Taoist vision of the world as an axis or navel, which is Mount Kunlun. She presides over the dimensional intersections that the soul must regularly navigate on its spiritual journey. She is the cosmic priestess who can guide the shamanic soul through spiritually difficult transitions. Her presence encourages the soul to continue with those worthy pursuits that may feel like they are taking forever and a day to culminate. She is the goddess of the long game and helps us to recognize the short-term and the long-term benefits of staying the course, whilst knowing how to wisely attract, utilize, and nourish ourselves with energies from multiple dimensions to successfully manifest our divine destinies. As the celestial queen of the shadowy, powerful feminine yin energies to counterbalance the bright, fierce masculine yang energies, Ziwang Mu reminds us that resting in the magnetic power of attraction is equally important in dynamic initiation and activity. Her symbology as a white tiger is a beautiful blending of the feminine and masculine energies, which is what naturally occurs in our souls as we grow spiritually. The goddess heralds the call to celebrate the feminine, recognize its value in your life, whether that be the women around you, your own body, or other expression of feminine energies within your being, such as feminine principles of connection, collaboration, and creation, of nurturance, rest, and replenishment, as well as tending to day-to-day needs that sustain the body, mind, and soul. The oracle of Hu Ye is the awakening of the cosmic tantric tiger wisdom within the heart, reminding us to balance the pursuing masculine energies with the feminine quality of presence to ensure harmony and success. Divine masculine and feminine energies can be awakened and mutually honored in the heart, regardless of what your biological or gender identity may be. This is a spiritual process of soul tantra, bringing the apparent opposites of masculine and feminine ways into being, into supportive, loving relationships with each other, ultimately providing humanity with creative, skillful meanings for navigating the trials of our world and making spiritual progress to benefit all. It is within our hearts that socially derived distortions of masculinity and femininity can be named and healed, allowing masculine and feminine to become radiant expressions of divine oneness with a differentiation that is complementary and constructive. Then there can be an intertwining within the heart to generate a soul medicine of bravery, strength, and spiritual confidence, laced with instinctive, intuitive wisdom that attunes the soul to the will of the universe and empowers humanity to express this in the world. Your life is your own, and there is a powerful healing magic that wants to manifest through you. Allow the masculine and feminine to make peace with each other within your soul, realizing the breadth of the choice available to you. Sacred eroticism of the masculine and feminine loving and enjoying each other in whatever way is uniquely and authentically true for you. Vitalizes and empowers the soul to explore and express the many wondrous ways that one can walk this most precious human life. The oracle encourages you to lay claim to all parts of you, devour stereotypes like a hungry spirit tiger, and relish the creativity you have as a human to decide how you will approach your life. Boldness combined with patience will serve you well. Beautiful. Do we got any last guidance, Spirit? Let's see what we got here. Knight of Swords. And that's the kind of energy that I'm getting from this, is like, let that go. All of the stuff in the past with gratitude, with thanks, and charge forward into this new life unapologetically. Yeah, you know? Yeah, that's great energy. So have a wonderful day, fam. Blessings.